Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. People recognize October not only as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but also as National Medicine Abuse Awareness Month. ABC31's Char Thomas has more.
Today, about 1 in 3 teenagers know someone who has abused over-the-counter medicines just to get high.
In some cases, it has been shown that abuse of prescriptions and over-the-counter medicines is a problem amongst today's adolescents. Over-the-counter cough medicine is the most overused and abused medicine because it is affordable and easily available, and teens may believe it is less dangerous than illegal drugs. On the other hand, prescription drugs are most accessible to abusers because it is in their homes or they are prescribed.
So prescription and over-the-counter medications are safe when taken appropriately. However, there can be serious adverse effects when you take a medication that's not prescribed for you, especially opioids or pain medication,
which leads to them convincing their doctors to prescribe potent, potentially dangerous narcotics.
If you or someone you may know is dealing with substance abuse, contact the SAMHSA hotline at 1-800-662-4357. Char Thomas, ABC 31 News.
The Natchitoches Police Department has made 2 arrests in connection with a Sunday afternoon shooting that left 2 small children wounded. 18-year-old Tyrese Evans is charged with 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder. 26-year-old Demario Davis was arrested and charged with 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Both of them were placed in the Natchitoches Parish Detention Center. Rising utility prices are causing some frustration for Sandler residents. A mother and son are taking to streets in protest.
From an average bill of about $189 to the last bill being $400, and citizens in this town budget their money, and then you're hit with bills that puts pressure on your family, puts pressure on buying groceries, diapers, and everything else.
Citizens are saying it's unfair for the city to not have enough personnel to do the job and then pass on these high utility rates to the community, and they want to see a change. Mild conditions continue heading into our Tuesday nights. Let's get a first look at our forecast now with meteorologist Ross Whitley.
Overall, pretty nice day out there. A little windy at times, but temperatures getting up to 73 degrees today. That's below average for this time of year. We should be at 77, 48 last night, and we're definitely going to be cooler than that tonight. Now, while we're not going to be approaching any record highs over the next couple of days, we could be approaching a number that looks rather similar to this, and we could be seeing our first frost advisories of the year as we head into the weekend. Of course, we got some rain to talk about and some much cooler temperatures as well. I'll have all those details coming up in just a few minutes.
The 2nd annual Intertribal Basketry Summit is coming up this month at the Paragon Casino Resort.
We invite everyone to join us. It's an educational event for the family. There will be weavers from various tribes throughout the southeastern region. The registration fee is for those that are interested in learning about, the pine needle weaving. We'll be teaching a group of 12 people, so it's a limited registration.
The summit will take place on Saturday, October 28th. You can email manderson@tunica.org for more information or to register. Northwestern State University presented service awards to outstanding alumni during their homecoming festivities this weekend. Lane Lucky of Tyler, Texas received the Outstanding Young Alumnus Award. The Distinguished Alumnus Award was presented to Brad Miller of Chicago, and Gail Matoyer Jones of Natchitoches received Volunteer of the Year. Each award is presented to a Northwestern grad who has exhibited dedication and loyalty to the university's programs and mission and has continued to work as a volunteer, donor, or advocate. Now is a great time to plant cool season herbs. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill introduces you to chives, an herb with beautiful flowers and tasty foliage.
You know, it's getting too late to plant warm season herbs like basil, but there are lots of cool season herbs that you can plant right now. And these herbs thrive in the cool weather we have over the winter season, tolerate freezes, and produce a great deal of harvest for you both in the fall, winter, and a really great harvest in the spring. Now, one of my favorites are these chives that you see right here. A member of the onion family, chives are grown for their delicious, flavorful foliage. Now, you want to plant chives in a nice sunny location. They enjoy lots of sun through the day. Don't put them on a windowsill indoors. They're not going to thrive with that low light, but outside they're really great. If you have a well-prepared bed in an herb garden, that's a great place to plant them. Or since they're so small, they can grow beautifully in containers. Just put a few containers on a balcony or a porch or a back steps in a sunny spot, and you can have chives all through the winter season. To harvest chives, you can either cut the entire clump back and then let it come back with a fresh growth of nice flavorful foliage, or you can cut half of it back, leave half of it behind, and come back and harvest it later. If you have several clumps of chives, you can harvest them one at a time. Just use your imagination. You can make sure you always have some chives there ready to harvest. Now, another species is garlic chives. This is a different plant. It has flat leaves rather than the round leaves of chives, and it also is a great plant. It has a different flavor, but it's a wonderful plant for growing here during the winter season. So get your chives planted now. Garlic chives can also be planted. I even wanted to mention the bunching onions back here, another great onion member to plant this time of the year. Forget it growing. I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish's LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button.
Predators better pray.
Crime Watch Daily airs weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV. Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
We're dealing with yet another cold front that moved through the region today, bringing with it much cooler temperatures all across the state. Looking at Natchez, about 12 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday. Shreveport at 10 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday. And 4 to 5 degrees cooler just about everywhere else. And I think this one's probably a misreading there. We are definitely cooler now than where we were this point in time yesterday. Looking at the radar and satellite, well, not much going on across the region. From Hattiesburg all the way to Shreveport, looking at really nothing. Just a few clouds off and to our north and east. And as we zoom a little bit further out, and I can show you what's going on across the rest of the U.S., the surface map here showing that cold front that has now moved through our area, and it will continue to press on the way. And I've talked about this before. Cold front's not really a line, it's more of a zone. And so the zone of the cold front has actually already started to move through, but the back end still to the north of us. But you can see all of the greens on the map here. That's temperatures actually in the 40s. So that's a cool temperatures moving in our direction. We're going to drop pretty low tonight. Showers dealing with storm up in the Great Lakes, and this cold front's going to press on through. And then we'll watch another cold front that'll be working our way as we head to the weekend. That'll be our next rainmaker. Temperatures today only getting up to 73 degrees. And Natchitoches at 71, Monroe at 72, Lafayette at 75, Baton Rouge at 73. So cool down in the 70s today. How about tomorrow? Well, we're going to be a couple degrees cooler. And overnight tonight, I said we were going to bottom way out with our dew points down in the 20s. That's not a mistake, down in the 20s. This number could very well be in the 30s, with the temperatures really having no restrictions tonight other than the air mass that is around. So temperatures probably going to get down to 38 or 40 degrees overnight tonight. Partly cloudy, definitely chilly. The winds out of the northwest at about 6 to 10 miles per hour. So if you're up early tomorrow morning, you're definitely going to need a jacket as you head out the door, because it will be chilly. Then we'll warm up quite nicely for the afternoon, but it's still going to be cooler than where we were today. So still feeling that little bit of chill in the air. And that continues as we work through the rest of the week. We do start to warm up ahead of another cold front that'll be moving in. So this is the cold front we dealt with today that brought all the windy conditions. Cool air staying in place for the day tomorrow. But you see just off to our west, a warm up is coming, and that'll be in front of this jet stream. But you see the big dip here coming all the way down into our part of the country. That means some cold air is moving in our direction as we work into the weekend. And what does that mean for us? Well, that means chilly temperatures and probably our first frost advisory. 72 for the day tomorrow. Some places might not get out of the 60s. Looking at our 7-day forecast, we warm up to near 80 on Thursday after being really chilly today and tomorrow. But you check out Saturday night, 32, got it highlighted in blue. That is probably where we're going to see our first frost and freeze advisories. Of course, we'll be dealing with that over the weekend. Let's look at your 7-day and your weather forecasts. Scott?
All right, thank you very much, Ross. Well, there is emerging evidence about the benefits of medical marijuana for some children. Serena Marshall has tonight's Medical Minutes.
Medical marijuana. Few drugs have been more controversial and more regulated. But now that medical cannabinoids are becoming legal in more states, doctors find there is a greater need for research on its benefits and side effects, particularly when it comes to kids. Yes, kids. Now in a new report, Massachusetts General Hospital pulled together 22 studies on the use of medical marijuana in children, and in some cases they find treatment may well be worth it. Scientific evidence was strongest in the treatment of nausea and vomiting from chemotherapy, kids with cancer finding the same relief as adults. Medical marijuana also promising in the treatment of seizures. But for other conditions like muscle spasticity and PTSD and Tourette syndrome, the evidence is still weak. And because of side effects like dizziness and sleepiness, it's unclear whether the benefits in these syndromes outweigh the risks. But researchers say that if evidence is found, there's no reason this once, and in some cases still, illicit drug shouldn't be given to kids in need of remedies. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall.
There may be no germier place during the winter than a doctor's office. That's why pediatricians are being urged to make sure that their waiting rooms are safer for cough and cold season. The American Academy of Pediatrics advises mandatory flu shots for all office staff. The group also recommends waiting rooms be stocked with alcohol-based sanitizers and masks, along with signs about cough and sneeze etiquette. However, doctors should not put out teddy bears or other plush toys because they can easily absorb germs and are difficult to clean. Coming up, for the first time in 3 weeks, the NSU football team is preparing for an unranked opponent.
To you, it's just an old coat, but to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Frank. For the first time in 3 weeks, the NSU football team will not be playing a ranked opponent. The Demons have lost each of those 3 matchups, but even with an unranked foe facing them this weekend, the preparation shouldn't be any different.
You definitely can't underestimate your opponent. We're all in the same conference. Our conference is really tough. Everybody's neck and neck, but you just gotta treat it the same way. Go out and prepare mentally, physically, the same way we have the past 2 weeks.
The Demons have a few more days to prepare, and then we'll kick off against Houston Baptist on.
Thanks for watching ABC31 News. Have a great night.
Wait, whoa!
Oh, I can't get enough of this video.
Right This Minute is TV's #1 daily viral video show. Right This Minute.
Watch Right This Minute, weekdays at 5 on KLAX TV.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones, weekends on KLAX ABC31.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
it's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.